Alright guys, so I gotta say something real quick before we get into this video. You know what's scary about these preds going to prison and jail as of lately? And there's nothing wrong with them going to jail. We want that to happen, right? Get these people out of the schools, off the streets, away from the kids, make examples of them so other people won't do what they're doing. I'm all for that. They deserve it, okay? But here's the scary part. These people know what we know. They see some of the content we watch. They read some of the news articles. They hear about these crime stories where people have, lost their job, gone to jail, gone to prison, never get to see their kids again, lose their marriage. In worst case scenarios, some of these people get unalived in these situations. And these people are fully aware of all that and still tell themselves, you know what? I know it could possibly happen, but it's still worth it to deal with this individual. What part of your brain is okay with sacrificing seeing your kids for the rest of your life to deal with a minor? I feel like a person who's willing to do that, there's no limit of what they would do in order to do something selfishly. And what other secrets are you hiding? That's what that will make me think. And also, there's a rise of women as well, as we're going to see today, going to jail for this type of stuff. So when you have your kids go to middle school and high school, you don't know what some of these teachers are thinking. It don't matter what gender they are. The tutors, the coaches, the teachers, you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're planning. You don't know what they're trying to say to your kids. And I'm not trying to, start fear mongering. But if you want to be honest, I've been seeing a lot more cases of this stuff lately. And you do got to monitor this stuff. It's crazy. But anyway, sorry for the yapping. We're going to check out this video where this lady got caught dealing with the minor. Before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's check out this nonsense, man.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
Okay.
When a 14-year-old is caught sneaking out at night to meet a woman, investigators uncover a shocking secret that neither his family nor the woman's husband ever saw coming. The following footage has never been seen before. On June 11, 2024, an officer responds to an apartment in Reno, Nevada, after receiving a report that a 14-year-old boy had been assaulted.
I got up around 11:30 to tell him that I wasn't going to work tomorrow. I was sick, and he's not here. He's been telling me, lying that he was going to his friend's house and blah, blah, blah. And so finally today I decided to figure out where he was.
The boy's mother explains that her son had previously shared his location with her. Tonight, she used it to track him to a dead-end road.
There was a gate on this road, and I was turning and I seen this car coming, and I got the feeling it was him.
Yeah, did you follow the car?
I followed the car, but then I can't really see at night, so I lost them.
Okay, you know what kind of car it was by any chance?
I think it's a Toyota 4Runner.
Despite losing sight of the car, her son eventually answered his phone and asked to be picked up at a nearby park. When his mother asked who he'd been with, he initially refused to say. Only after speaking with his father did the 14-year-old reveal what had really been happening.
So he met this woman. He wouldn't want to go to school. So she reached out to let me know that she was going to be working with him. It started this school year, toward August 22.
The woman is 46-year-old Caitlin Rock, an engagement specialist at Billinghurst and Swope Middle Schools, who works with students struggling with attendance. Their meetings were supposed to only take place on school grounds. However, investigators would later uncover a series of extremely disturbing texts that reveal the true extent of Caitlin's contact with the teenager.
This, I don't think was never at her house. There were other places.
Wow.
Like this road, I guess bike trails. He said the last time was on a Saturday. And I guess today it was just texting.
And that's the other crazy part about stuff like this is like, even if this isn't from this year, I don't know when this was. I didn't pay attention to the date. But this age of technology tracks everything. And not only that, you deal with an individual that's underage. You are at the mercy of them. I don't care what they did on their end. You as the adult, you have to know what you're doing is wrong, despite of what the kid does. They're not going to get in trouble for that. And if they want to out you and use it to blackmail you, it's over. There's nothing you can do about it, because even if you said forget it, just put it out there. I don't care. There's nothing you can say to keep you out of jail and justify what you're doing. Once you're at that point, it's over. Or once you're probably dealing with these people, these underage individuals, because I'm not saying this out of experience. I'm just saying compared to, like, adult. There's a adult relationships where these kind of things happen. Where if you're dealing with somebody and you don't want to deal with them anymore, they'll try to do what they can to hurt you. So as when there's two adults dating, they'll probably try to try to out you for things that's not true or call you by your names. But kids, look what they have. They have a kill switch for your whole life. They can out you. So why even get in the situation in the first place? I never understood it. I never understood why attention from a minor does so much for people. Now, I know people might say, like, oh, well, this person is dealing with rejection. Maybe their marriage is like this. Maybe this or that. All these different things. I understand that, but they are still a minor, bro. At the end of the day, you can't justify it to me. You can't.
Listen, he said it started when he was 13.
As horrifying as these allegations are, they represent only what the victim disclosed to his parents, leaving the full extent of Caitlin's actions still unknown.
Wow.
However, investigators would soon have an opportunity to learn more, as Caitlin apparently has no intention of ending contact with the 14-year-old.
She was going to be in the parking lot at 1 p.m. tomorrow or today. Either a Grace Forerunner or a four-door Subaru.
With Caitlin expected to return in a matter of hours, detectives meet with the victim and his mother before Caitlin's arrival. Though their conversation is brief, the 14-year-old reveals that Caitlin may already suspect something is wrong.
So let me ask you this. Last night, did she see Mom? She saw Mom? So she was freaked out then, what you were saying? Caitlin was? What did she say to you?
She was just freaked out. She didn't really say anything.
Okay. If you were to send her a text, would that be...
What's the texture right now? She wouldn't know.
Oh, really? You think she would think something was up? Or she would think you're okay, so she doesn't need to check on you?
Yeah, it's either that or she thinks something's up.
No, she was doing that just so she can make sure she can control the narrative. It had nothing to do with him, whether she was worried about him being okay or not.
She got a little more suspicious because
Last night.
she thought she thinks you're in trouble. She's counting on my parents not really taking any action whatsoever.
Caitlin's supposed confidence in the parents' inaction, however, is about to be proven deeply misguided. Just before 1 p.m., Caitlin's car enters the complex, drives straight through, and exits the other side. A detective stationed outside immediately follows her. Those inside the victim's apartment secure his phone as evidence, then take off after Caitlin and the other detective.
I would have successful.
Man, I know she was sick.
Sounds like she's not stopping.
Once Caitlin finally stops, the detectives approach her to explain why she was pulled over.
Hi, Caitlin. My name's Detective Guider. Okay. Obviously, there's some things I want to talk to you about. Okay, you're not under arrest or anything, but I think we need to have a conversation. Would you be willing to come with us to the station and have that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, my kids are at home. Can I
Is
get
there
them
any?
settled?
Is
My
there
husband's in Finland.
He's in Finland.
Yeah.
Um,
It's really bad timing.
Oh
I
man,
totally
wait until he
understand,
finds out.
but it is important. So I want to help you out as any way possible because I understand your kids. How old are your kids?
13, 14.
They're the same age as the.
For context, the victim met Caitlin when he was the same age as her youngest and is currently the same age as her oldest
Oh my
child.
god.
One of
man.
them's at a friend's house, and one of them, but he needs to be picked up very soon, and one of them is at home.
Is there any way you can call him?
Yes, but okay.
I'm just trying so I can get you back home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. Just make it easy so I can get you back to it.
Caitlin agrees to call her kids, then follows the detectives to the station in her own car. What she doesn't know is that investigators already have the victim's cell phone, and with it, a record of their private conversations.
Do you have any idea why we're talking today?
Once you're in there, it's over.
I am really wondering why, but can you tell me?
Yeah, I think you might know, and I want to hear, because again, I just want to have a conversation, since there's always two sides to every story.
Right.
And I think you know why.
Right.
Do you know a young man by the name of... Yeah. Talk to me.
Okay. Was on my caseload last year.
Sure.
Okay. And then he has since moved away, lives with his dad.
Okay.
And, you know, we've kind of, like, connected.
You do
I saw
every day in
him,
the week.
you know,
Can't wait till you
out
come
and
to my
about in the
house.
community. Sure. And, you know, it was just kind of good to reconnect. And
Sure.
I feel like we had a good connection.
Okay. How long did you work?
She says in the text, "How was it last night?"
For maybe half a year or
Okay. So you kind of know him.
quarters. Yeah.
What
yeah.
kind of kid is he?
He's really interesting and funny and he's
Interesting and funny?
yeah.
Okay.
Is she smiling like
How
that?
old was he when you first started working with him?
Well, he was so 13 in 7th grade.
Well, that's what this is about. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now.
Okay.
It's about him. And I know that you know what we're talking about.
After revealing why Caitlin has been brought in, the detective explains that the victim has already been interviewed. He then shares some of the teen's account, giving Caitlin the opportunity to explain what happened from her perspective.
At one point, he said that he actually came on to you.
He did, yeah.
What is wrong with her, bro? Why is she chuckling and smiling about this? Like they're asking her about her fond times with the first day she met her husband. You are in an interrogation room and they're talking to you about a crime, and she still is giggling and smirking, thinking about him. Like, yo,
Would kind of express those feelings, like, and then it got a little, like, we would say, like, I like you.
always think
So
of you when
very
I old, man.
straightforward, and, you know, and I was like, I like you too, because that's just kind of, I have those interactions with kids all the time.
Absolutely.
It's like
They all
I
say
think
that.
you're a really cool kid, and that's what I would express.
But in Caitlin's version of events, any escalation that followed was driven entirely by the 14-year-old.
And then it got to the point of, like, he asked to, like, touch me, and I had to kind of, like, tell him no, that was inappropriate.
And when you say touch, what is he trying to touch?
Just, like, my hips, or, yeah, he's like, can I touch your hips? That's kind of how that progressed.
Okay. Those interactions with him, were they all like that?
No, not at all.
Was that just like a one-time thing too, you know?
Yeah, a couple.
So it happened a couple of times?
Yeah, I mean, he was persistent for a little while in that.
Though Caitlin portrays
What else were you doing when he was touching your hips?
their inappropriate interactions as minimal and entirely one-sided, the victim's own account paints a dramatically different picture. According to the teenager, Caitlin began regularly picking him up around the time they first met, assaulting him inside her vehicle, and on other occasions at her home. At one point, the 14-year-old attempted to end the abuse, but after describing Caitlin as, quote, breaking down in response, he told investigators that he felt bad for her and ultimately remained in contact. With both accounts sharply contradicting each other, the detective now turns to something that could offer far greater insight into the nature of their contact, how the two communicated outside of school.
I'm sorry for stopping this, but this is what I mean. You are in the mercy of Dan. He can tell whatever story he wants, and you're always going to look bad at the end of the day. It don't matter what you say. You can say he put a gun to your head, but with all these text messages here, and with him being a minor, you're always going to look bad.
Communicate over cell phones?
At a point, he asked for my phone number.
Okay, tell me about that. What happened with that?
So, trying to remember.
Sure, take your time.
Oh, you got a lot of time. Where you going? You got a lot of time to think where you going. Yeah, go ahead, sip that water. Get that lie ready.
forget how he got it, but he did get my number.
He got your number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Did he reach out to you ever?
He started to reach out.
And did you respond back?
Yeah.
Well, what were those text messages?
Mostly, just kind of, how's your day? Just kind of like, and then just checking in, that kind of thing.
Okay. Because I have his cell phone. Okay, and now I think there's more text messages. Okay, so I want you to be honest with me.
I don't know if I can express that right now.
Okay, take your time. I get it.
Yeah.
That's what we
I feel
do.
like maybe a lawyer would be good.
Though Caitlin requests a lawyer, bringing the detective's interrogation to an end, her time in the interrogation room isn't up just yet. As for the text messages, their contents were far more explicit and more disturbing than Caitlin ever let on. In one exchange, Caitlin messaged the victim, quote, "I miss being in your arms." In another, when the victim informed her that his mother was sleeping, Caitlin responded with, "Good, because my bed feels lonely without you here." Following the end of her interrogation, the detective allows Caitlin to arrange care for her children, forcing her to explain to her family why she would not be coming home that night.
Hi, Mom. It's something I'm in a interrogation room right now, being questioned about. It's about an inappropriate relationship with a minor. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry for humiliating and embarrassing the family.
call the
You
mom
were
first. It's bad.
interviewed, and kind of they have our text messages and stuff. I'm gonna obviously lose my job. I'm gonna lose my family. I'm gonna lose everything. I just want to die.
As the consequences of her actions begin to set in, Caitlin arranges for her mother to pick up her kids and ends the call. However, there is still one person left she needs to inform, her husband.
Oh my God, dude. I
First,
feel
she
so
sends
bad
him a
for him.
text that reads, quote, "I have some bad news. I am a horrible person and need you to come home ASAP. I've been having an inappropriate relationship with a minor. This is not a joke. I am being arrested." With the message sent, Caitlin can only wait for her husband to respond. But before he
Oh my God. I can't imagine getting a text like that. Oh my God. Man, I feel so bad for him.
does, the detective returns with some news of his own.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay? All done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Caitlin, you are under arrest. Okay?
The detective Mirandizes her and explains the process for search warrants they will be executing at her house. In the middle of the explanation, however, Caitlin finally receives the call she had been waiting for from her husband.
Hi. Babe, hi. Yes. Did you get my my message? Okay. Okay. Okay, so I am here being arrested. Yes. I'm very, very sorry for this, that it's happening like this. I don't know even what to do. I know. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get into it, please.
You need to.
My life is over. I'm sorry. I everything up, and I'm sorry.
Well, of course, I mean, I guess she can't speak about it because obviously she probably knows they could hear her. So, no lawyer. I get it. But man.
What?
Her husband's unusual question seemingly suggests he doesn't believe the call is even real.
I want you to tell me the middle name of the birth certificate.
Oh, man.
It's me. This is really happening.
This is with the mail?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay.
Just 13 days after Caitlin's arrest, records show that her husband filed for divorce. To learn more about Caitlin's time working
As he
for the
should.
district, Iwu visited both middle schools where Caitlin worked to request a statement.
There's not much to say. I mean, we didn't see her that often, so she was usually at the other school.
Best of your knowledge, anything that indicated what might have been going on?
It was a shock. It's just shocking to people. It's kind of shocking.
Any information at all you think you're willing to share?
You get to just see normal to me, but I didn't interact with her very often.
According to the principal of Swope Middle School, Caitlin primarily worked at Billinghurst Middle School. However, they declined to comment. Iwu also attempted to obtain a statement from the Washoe County School District Administration Building, but it did not go quite as expected.
I was here to see if I can get anybody to give a statement on the case. I'm sure you guys have heard of Caitlin Rock. What's that? Okay, it was assault of a minor out of a school district staff member.
You have to get in touch with Ms. Campos. She is in a meeting the whole day today, but I will give it to you her email address and email it her, okay?
Okay.
So she can see if she can give an appointment for you.
Excellent.
How you guys can work.
Okay, thank you very much.
We later followed up by email asking about Caitlin's employment history and the district's official stance on the case. The district responded.
Look at Iwu doing investigative journalism. I didn't know they went this far. That's what's up.
With details about Caitlin's employment, but did not address its position on the case. According to court records, Caitlin was arrested and charged with 19 felony offenses involving the minor, including allegations involving physical contact and electronic communications. She pled not guilty. On April 17, 2026, Caitlin Rock appeared in court for sentencing. Before the judge handed down her punishment, however, the victim was allowed to address the court directly. He stated, quote, "I am still hurt. I am still angry. I am still ashamed. I was just a kid and you knew exactly what you were doing. I don't want anyone else to go through what I went through. I want her to be in prison for a long time so she can never hurt anyone again." Following the victim's statement, Caitlin Rock was sentenced to 144 years in prison. Watch our full videos as they
Whoa, how did he just skim over that? 144 years? Oh my God, bro. I know, well, I don't personally know, but there's been cases where people have slain their entire family and didn't get they got life. That's a lot of time. But that is the consequence of doing things. I mean, you run the risk of being in prison for the rest of your life. I was not expecting 144 years. I thought she probably was going to get 15, 20, somewhere, maybe 10 with a good lawyer, but 144 years? Whew. Hey, let this be a lesson to the rest of you guys who think that this is something you want to do. This can be you in jail for 144 years. That can be you in jail for 144 years. Dang, bro. And them kids had to lose a mom. And the people who know about their mom probably looking at them weird, or some kids in school may be teasing them about that. Like, the stuff the kids probably got to go through because of what their mom did is crazy. It's crazy. Well, you know what? 144 years is a lot of years, but at the same time, man, when you do stuff like this, you only can control yourself. You cannot control the consequences. So let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. I appreciate you guys sharing this moment with me. Thank you so much. Hope you guys check out my other videos.